Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Rader, and this video is designed to help students as they navigate through the wealth management case study for Unit 1, Day 19. And the objective of this lesson is really to help students assess the challenges that professional athletes face in managing their personal finances and wealth. And this video will focus specifically on the scenario and the dilemma of the wealth management case. And I'll offer some suggestions for how students can best process the wealth management case study. So, your teacher will likely have you read through the scenario, the dilemma, and the task. And I provided some comments in the margins to help you think through your financial advice for Frankie, who is the basketball prodigy and cousin of Casey that we examined in previous case studies as related to budgeting and to banking. So, in the dilemma, Frankie has been offered a very lucrative contract to play basketball. In fact, Frankie is being offered $1.5 million. So, your entire family has many thoughts, feelings, and suggestions as to how Frankie ought to manage their newfound wealth. So, my first suggestion is to consider the opportunity cost and trade offs involved when accepting financial advice from friends and family in general, not just for this case study. Now, ideally, with that kind of money, Frankie would seek the services of a fiduciary as they are required legally and ethically to act in the best interest of their clients. And if you'd like to learn more about what a fiduciary is, NerdWallet does a really nice job explaining exactly what a fiduciary is as it relates to finance. But in very simple terms, they are financial advisors, but their duty really is to their client and not to finding out what kind of investment will give them the best commission. So, with that in mind, you are being tasked with offering some financial advice for Casey to then give to their cousin. So, in this case, what you'll need to do is explain how this is essentially an economics problem using the terms on the second page. You'll want to lay out a variety of investment strategies. And a good way to visualize this is to think of your allocation of resources like a pie chart with 100% as the percentage of total assets. You'll need to argue for the investments you believe will provide the best possible outcomes for growing wealth for Frankie and describing the best way to distribute this first year salary of $1.5 million. Now, in addition to investments, we also do need to consider living expenses, right? So we have to consider housing, food, clothes, and other expenses. So we can't invest everything. And it may help to go back to look at the budget that you put together for Casey when you were helping them with their budget on day 11 of Unit 1. And in this task, you will need to cite at least two resources from the annotated bibliography in your final product. Now, I'm going to scroll to page 3. I created, I guess it's in page 4, a descriptive table which neatly outlines possible investments that you could include for Frankie. And they range in terms of their relative risks and rewards. We see assets ranging from cash to certificate deposits, to checking accounts, to emergency expenses, all the way to mutual funds, collectibles, cryptocurrencies, and savings accounts. Now, we'll notice that the total is $1.5 million or 100%. And I already chose to allocate $15,000 to cover health insurance, auto insurance, and a basic life insurance policy. Since we haven't discussed insurance yet in Unit 1, I figured it would make sense to leave insurance as a pre-filled in value. And what you'll want to do is really pick and choose the best possible investments. And we'll think about both the percentage of the asset and the literal dollar amount that you would put in each of these different components to really help Frankie manage their expenses so that they can grow their wealth over time. And that's really the big goal here is to consider what combination of investments will allow us to grow our wealth. And some of the answers to this really does lie in the annotated bibliography. So you'll want to take some time, read the descriptions for each of the articles, and then pick the two that you think that you're just really most interested in reading. Read those articles, take notes, and then use those notes to help you decide how to allocate your resources to provide effective financial advice for Frankie. All right, everybody, this does it for today. I look forward to the next installment in our series. Have a great day, everybody.